and welcome to Add More Zest, and my name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. And a little bit different to start off today, I actually have a parcel that was sent to me by Breanne. So thank you so much, Breanne. But I'm going to open up this. She's recycled packaging, love it. And I'm opening it upside down because, of course, all my details are on the other side. So we'll see how well opening it upside down goes. That could be disastrous, but let's see. Oh. Wow. Already, look at this wrapping. Okay, there we go. So we're now back to the right way up. Let's get the box out of the way. Ooh. Okay, and let's bubble wrapped galore. It's made it across the ocean. Let's have a look. So we've got some cute little Christmas stickers, and it smells divine. There's just this nice aroma around the packaging. Very nice. Okay, what's in here? Oh, so these are those bags that I love to use for diamonds. Keep moving the tissue paper and stuff out the way. Ah, it is, and this is where the smell is coming from. It's some dryer sheets. How long have I been saying I need dryer sheets, and I still didn't have dryer sheets? So thank you so much, Breanne. Oh, they smell divine. I'm going to pop them back in there. Just let the aroma through the bag go for now. But yeah, she's got me some dryer sheets, which is perfect because, as I say, I keep forgetting to pick them up on the odd times that I go out the house. And then I have this penguin box. Ooh. What have we got here? Oh, there's all sorts in here. Oh. Ah. Breanne and her boys. Thank you, Breanne. She says, wishing you and your family a happy and blessed holiday season. She says, kind regards, Breanne. That's printed, yeah, that is printed out on a HP sprocket. So Breanne, her boys, and the dog. Okay. She says, my boys and I enjoy playing with clay and decided to share a few of our creations. She says there's a Christmas themed bookmark and star magnet, along with diamond painting pens and little pen rests so they don't roll off your desk. She says you seem to be low on writing pens for your craft room. Yes. She said, so I sent you a couple. She says we live in Indiana, where the best children's museum is about 90 minutes away. There are other treats too, she said, so please share them with Megan and the others. Oh, look at this. So we have some diamond stickers. Oh, these Harry Potter, I know who'll be pinching them. Some Harry Potter stickers, which Megan will be straight on. Megan absolutely loves Harry Potter. In fact, quite a few of my girls do, but Megan especially. There's jellies and everything. Okay, I need to have a look at that one in a minute. Yeah, Harry Potter page clips. I'm sure they will be pinched as well. And then there's like all sorts of sweeties. Oh, American chocolate. There's Hershey's. Oh, and there's Hershey's Kisses. And Reese treats. Oh, my hubby loves Reese. Oh, so yes, Hershey's chocolates will definitely go down well. Haribo. I'm not sharing them. Telling you now, love my Haribo. Swedish fish. Oh, I'm interested to try them. I've not seen them before. And then there's some little Mentos. Oh, I'm going to pop these all in our little Christmas goodies box. Oh, a Xyron repositionable adhesive. Thank you. That will go up with my Xyron because I'm sure that will run out at some point. And then, oh, Trying to work out what these are. I'm guessing these are the clay things, you see, which is why I'm waiting on that one. So we have, oh, Children's Museum pen. And it's got like a stylus squishy on the end. And then a Sharpie S-Gel pen. That's just got a little protective cover on the end of it. And then that looks like a diamond painting pen tip. And it is. I wonder if that fits in any of those. Maybe not. It will fit in one of my other pens though. So that's a diamond painting pen tip. Thank you so much, Breanne. I'm feeling extremely spoilt. Right, let me pop those in there. And I might let the family see some of them later. Let me find a side to put them on. I'm struggling for sides in my craft room at the minute. It's a little bit chaotic. And then we have, oh wow. So these are the little pen holders. Look at that pen. Okay, I'm using that today. And then, is that like a little bookmark? Oh, so cute. And then we have a star with a magnet. Oh, look at these pens, they're amazing. I love these little pen holders though. So that just, you can just rest your pen on there then and it stops it rolling across your desk if your desk is slightly tilted. Oh wow. Thank you so much, Breanne and your boys. These are amazing. I think I'm going to use this one today. That is just, oh, I love them all. Very Christmassy. I'll use some of them another day, but I think I'm going to have to go straight for this blue one. Amazing. Okay, where's my glue dots? Very excited. Thank you so much, Breanne. That was absolutely amazing. We're going to have fun with the sweeties and stuff, and I'm going to have fun straight away with this pen. I don't even know if I'm going to share the pens with Megan. We'll see. But I love these little, it's amazing what you can make with the clay. Okay, I think I've got the tip in mainly, the glue dot. Popped a new glue dot in. I'll give that a go. I might need to chop a little bit off the end, but we'll see how we go with it. Okay, so easel's back. I'm using one of the little zesty trays, back on the grey one. I just figured I'd probably just use the likes of the zesty trays for a bit because they're coming in January. Advent calendar for day 18. I think we might be on diamonds again. Yes, we are. So we have 5200 in AB. So the white with an AB coating, and these are in round. Although, as I say, they'll definitely start getting used next year on my trying to jazz up more of my paintings. And then I haven't set myself up ready. So day 18, if I pinned it to the top of my light pad, it would be off the bottom. If I could prop it up this way, but then it would be quite high up. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in between, because I do like it when it's lower. It's less lifting of my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my big fat clips, because while they're quite strong, in fact, they will go over the diamonds, but I think I'm going to try for them not going over the diamonds if I can help it, just in case I'm a little bit rough and I bash it too much. In fact, I might need to let the canvas loop over just a little bit, because I'm not actually bending the diamonds, but that will keep it up further up on my board. And these clips, I don't know if the unboxing for them has gone up yet or not, but it's a DIY Choose unboxing. So let's zoom in, see how far I can sort of get zoomed in. I'm not on my normal angle though, because I'm hitting my back wall. I have to zoom back out a little bit today just to give myself that angle I like, but I'm hitting the back wall. Oh, actually, there, let's do the clip from the side. So what I've done is I've moved the clip to be on the side rather than the top, which means I can go further back. Ooh. Which means I can zoom in further. Okay. See, you get all my little faffing about setting up process because I was unboxing first. So I've moved my diamonds over now. In fact, let me show you now, I'm all set up. So I've moved my computer over to sort of the side that has the most room, because otherwise it starts hitting my lights, which are here. And then I have my diamonds over here for today. Pull out my little drawers so I can access them. I have my little zesty tray, and I have my new pen from Breanne. I think I am just going to nip the end off the glue dot because it is sticking out a little bit. I'm going to leave it sticking out just a little bit, but not too much, because I know it will go further in as I use it. And then I'm just going to use my cardie, dab it on my cardie. You can also dab it on cover paper. Somebody I know mentioned that they use like a chamois leather, a piece of chamois leather, and they dab it on that. Some people use their face or their hands, you know, the oils off your face or your hands to help. Dab it everywhere. Prime that glue dot. That's the section we're on today. We get a nice another piece of Zesty Wolf showing. So let's zoom you back in. I should be in the right position, and let's start with our 775. Now the lot that I'm tipping in to start off with is the end of another tub, so there is the odd little bit of, oops, not focusing, there we go, there is the odd little bit of like what we call trash, rubbish from this, but only just a couple of small little tiny dots from the manufacturing process. So when I do tend to get to the end of the tub, if I do tend to have a few little bits of that, what I like to do is, you know, use up everything in my tray before I tip any more in of the new pot, so that I can get rid of all those bits and they don't end up just back in the pot again. Because that's the reason there's so many there. If I don't need, when I'm diamond painting, if I don't need to take, you know, those little bits of rubbish out of my tray, I don't. Like, I don't want to be fishing them out as I'm diamond painting, so I tend to just let them collect until the very end, when I can just tip the whole tray upside down and get rid of them all at once. So I'm doing my straight edge. Always like to do my straight edge first. It gives me something to buffer up against, and I can always do any little nudging one way or another that I might need to do, just to make sure that they're as straight as they can be. So a little bit of nudging each way there, but they're feeling pretty straight enough. And then I can go in for filling in the gap. And I'm just using my little step process, which is probably my favourite. I normally go up anything between, well, sometimes it's just a row of 3. So 3 little steps up, and then I'll continue it all the way across, and then I'll start again. Sometimes I do 5, which is what I'm going to do this time. And other times I just keep going for the whole section. It's a little way of varying it up for me, and some of that depends on my mood. Some of it depends on how big the painting is as well. So if I'm doing a really big section of just one colour, then quite often I'll just do a little row of 3. And I'll do a little row of 3 steps and I'll just keep going all the way across until I reach the end. And it makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere. This is in between, so I'm doing a little row. You know, it's not a big, long section, so I'm just doing a little row of 5, and then I'll move up and do another little row of steps until it's all done. Okay, comments. So I'm currently on, oh, well, this comment is actually from the 2nd of December, but I am on comments primarily from the Advent on the 9th of December. I still feel as though I'm so behind on the comments, but that's fine. We'll have some nice long whip and chats, I think, coming into the new year to get through all the comments. But Angel says, hiya. She says, I made her have the biggest giggle fit when I was going on about thongs. And I'm pretty sure Angel is Australian. So she's going from the aspect of, to her, they're flip-flops and always have been flip-flops, and I'm talking about them being knickers. Because in the UK, they're pretty much knickers. She says she never seems to have to refill the wax in her pen. She doesn't know if it's because she just always takes the wax out with a toothpick and stabs it into the wax again. So like she's not adding new wax on top of old wax. She just always uses new. That could be that. She also found that Diamond Art Club's wax is working well for her. She said she's so glad she was able to grab the black tray, as that's one of the colours that she asked for. And she does want to get a Heaven and Earth diamond painting, but she's unsure how to purchase the canvas from them. So on their website, they do now have a section for the canvases. And then when you choose which image you like, you can then choose whether you want the symbols on the canvas in colour or black and white, so you can have the effect of the black and white canvas and it comes to life when you put the colour on, or not. And they just sell the canvas, so then you will either need to purchase the diamonds or use your own from your spares. But it's quite an easy process. Postage isn't the cheapest, but having said that, postage isn't cheap anyway. So I think they do just keep that pretty much at sort of cost price for you to get that shipped. So that's fine by me. They're in a different country. I need to deal that I pay more postage. She also says Zest Wolf is so pretty. He is. I'm really pleased with him. Debbie says, hi Rebecca. So this is a comment back on the 9th. She says, the Rogue Diamond that I got in with my little flower pot pin, she says that was to demonstrate that you were right and it is a drill pot. She said that's why they had the single drill in there, so you can show what it was. I like that idea. It was all pre-planned, pre-worked out, and she said that she loves my work. Thank you, Debbie. The Langstons said, I brought several things from your shop for her birthday coming up on the 14th. Oh, I hope you had a good birthday on the 14th. See, I'm that behind. I'm not being able to wish happy birthday. Happy birthday for the 14th. She said she will be 56 this year. Well, she will be now. 56 this year, and excited because 6 years ago they had a stroke but lived through it by all of God's grace. I'm so glad you did. She said thank you for you and your family and your videos. She said you're such a joy to hear from you, makes us feel like we're family too. She said God bless you and yours. Thank you. I hope you had an absolutely amazing birthday, and after a scare like that, I imagine that every single birthday is a little bit more special each and every year, which extra special birthdays are not a bad thing, are they? Kerry says, hi, just wondering, do you use multi-placers? But she does think she manages to go straighter with single placing. What are your thoughts on this? She said. I may have tried multi-placing once or twice, never for a long period of time. It was more of a very quick, let's give this probably 2 minutes of my time to give it a go. It's never really been a big thing for me, multi-placing. I know you can get through diamond paintings quicker, and there are some diamond paintings that I would more than likely appreciate getting through quicker. But I kind of feel like I'm cheating, and that's not saying that anybody who is multi-placing, who does multi-place, is cheating. That's not the case at all. It feels to me as though I would be cheating myself if I used a multi-placer. I find that the times I have used a multi-placer, and as I say, they've only been a couple of minutes each time, so I have not, perfected the technique at all. But I think what stopped me quite quickly is every time I have multi-placed, no matter how straight the diamonds are when I pick them up, and I have been doing them quite often in rows of 3, no matter how straight those 3 are when I pick them up, when they go onto the canvas, they're never as straight as they would be if I single place them. I've never been as happy with the placement, so I end up nudging them anyway. And I think that just ends up taking me more time. So I've just sort of acknowledged the fact that multi-placers aren't for me. They are for some people, and that's great. And there are times, especially when I'm working on a really tough diamond painting, maybe like the Grinch Christmas one that I did, I think, a multi-placer would be good so that I could get it finished quicker. However, the way the diamonds were in that painting, a multi-placer probably wouldn't have worked anyway. I think a multi-placer works best with the higher quality paintings where your diamonds do actually butt up to each other, but not the likes of the Christmas one that I've just done where they butt up too much to each other and actually stop you from, you have to sort of squeeze them into place, or you have to be very picky about which diamonds you're placing due to the quality / the size. Sometimes the size variant meant I was actually looking for a smaller diamond so that I could fill my gap. Okay, that diamond was giving me a little bit of hassle, and now it doesn't want to stick on. You're going in the bin in a minute, diamond, if you don't behave yourself. Let me try one more. It's your last chance. Okay, it made it to the diamond painting. Let me get rid of all my little bits, and it's time for a new pot. So I'm going to switch the lid with my old pot. So that's now the empty one. That's now my current one. And I'm going to get rid of the sticker because it's no longer needed. So I have one other pot of this background colour. I think I'm going to have loads left. I've actually got this square and I've got 2 more squares that need this colour. Other than that, my squares are in the middle and they don't use this background colour. So I've got a feeling I'm going to have a lot of diamonds left. So yeah, Kerry, I don't think multi-placing is for me. I think if people do want to learn tips and tricks for multi-placing, they're actually better learning it from a YouTuber that does do it and has given it that practice and can give it that, that sort of expert tip. I think that's That's one aspect of tips and tricks that I will more than likely not be any good at. That won't stop me mentioning any if somebody has mentioned them to me. So like passing on information. If somebody's told me a good tip for multi-placers, I'll be more than happy to pass that on. But that won't be like information that's coming or things that have been said by me. And I'll always mention that somebody has recommended this with multi-placers. Because I'm not against them. I say I just like single placing. I like to know that I have placed each and every diamond. Occasionally I get 2 diamonds placed, especially if I have a fresh glue dot and it happens to pick up, you know, the diamond that's next to it in my tray. That I can class as a little, we call Brucey bonus. That's come from a TV presenter's game show. But yeah, a little bonus that one is, but normally it's just one at a time for me. She says, love the videos. She says, my daughter has a light pink tray and she loves the log books that you do. She said, mine is full though. We do extra pages for the logbook. That's one of the things that we like. You can add pages when you need to. In fact, when Megan was printing some of the latest logbook extra pages for orders, I did get her to print me some for my logbook so I can try and get, you know, potentially get ahead with that, or at least have the pages printed ready for my next logbook video. And then we do also do the rings that are slightly bigger if you do want to keep everything in one logbook. I think some people have started potentially splitting up the logbook. So if you do find that, you know, the actual logbook section may be too big for one logbook, but you don't want it too much thicker, you could potentially move your stash list or your wish list to a second book and have 2. One has your stash and your wish list and maybe your time tracker, and then another one just has you completed. That's something you could potentially do. That might be something that I'll do. You know, have one with all my completed works and then one with my not yet done. If and when I ever get to the stage of that many in my logbook. I mean, I say if. When I get to the stage of having that many in my logbook. Let's be real. It will be a when. It just depends how long it takes me to get through some. I'm still getting in the rhythm of making sure that I enter stuff in there. So that is something that I need to maybe try and focus a little bit on my little bit of downtime. Maybe try and get myself organised with my logbook and prepped for the next video, because I feel a lot better once everything is all lined up. It's like half a to-do list. I can't work with half a to-do list. I need everything writing down on my to-do list, not just some bits. And then I'll work better. Donna Marie said, hiya Rebecca. She said, no need to apologise. My brain is not functioning properly. She said she's definitely considering buying some of the sweets. She said, who doesn't want sweets? That's my excuse every time I order from her. She said she's had a blood test to see if she's anemic because her blood pressure is 90/60 and she's having dizzy spells. Yeah, possibly. She said they originally thought it was cystitis, but she thinks it could be both. So she's feeling a bit rough, but she's plodding on. And watching my videos do help. Oh, I am glad. She said, and you was right when you said that I do have more rough days to come, but slowly but surely it is getting better though. Yeah, that's always the thing when you've got something new, isn't it? You've got to take the rough with the smooth. And yes, there will still be some rough days, but they should get, you know, bigger gaps between the rough days. Don't beat yourself up when you're having a rough day. It's part of the process. It's your body telling you you need to chill out, chill a bit, relax a little bit more, and tomorrow will be better. Jeanette said she asked Katie how they pronounce their name, and apparently I say it correct. Ooh, that's the first. I know sometimes I've said it about 3 different ways. So Katie, I hope that is the one. That's the one I seem to be sticking to at the moment. So I hope that's the right one. The cat lady, she said she's the same when listening to an audio book by an author she's previously read. She always finds it strange. So I was saying how, you know, because you sort of make your own voices in your head when you're reading a book sometimes, to then have somebody read it out and give you the accent and things can sometimes throw you a little bit. But I have been impressed with Susan Erickson's reading of J.D. Robb. I think if they ever changed who read it though, I might have to go back to reading it personally as a book. Oh, Cat Lady also said, as you spoke about dropping diamonds, she dropped her 3825 all over the floor. Ouch. Hopefully me reading your comment didn't make you drop diamonds again. I hope it didn't pass on to anybody else either. But yeah, it's always when you don't want to drop diamonds and you're not quite in the mood for it that it happens. Oh, Patricia said, hi, I'm Patricia. She said she was one of the lucky giveaway winners in September. She said, first of all, she said, thank you so much. She said, life got in the way big time and diamond painting got pushed to the background. Well, we all know that happens. She says, but now with the advent calendar, she's back again. Welcome. She said she hasn't started working on the giveaway gifts yet, but she did gift one to her niece, Miranda. She said, and this painting was stunning. Oh, good. Rope some more people into diamond painting. That's always a good way. She said, have a great holiday season and a well-deserved break. She said, greetings from the Netherlands. Oh, I'm happy that you found some time now to diamond paint again. Life does get in the way, and quite often it is the hobbies that do get pushed a little bit to the back. I know I've not had, you know, anywhere near as much sit down diamond painting time as I normally would throughout December, as quite often I would have a couple of hours each evening. I'm getting sort of a whip and chat time, and that has primarily been it. I think I only had a day last weekend, I think, where I got some, and then maybe because I was right near the end I squeezed a little bit in on the Monday. But apart from that, I've done some white of my Hom Fun through while I was listening to a training session at work, and I've not really touched it since. I've not touched it any evening this week. We've been buying a kitchen. We've been buying and paying for a kitchen that's getting fitted next year, so we've had that to do in the evenings, but I'll get caught up. I'll get caught up on some diamond painting, especially once I'm off work. I can do all my other bits during the day and then diamond paint at night again, because I do have a few days off work over Christmas to be able to do that. So that should be good. I'm hoping to get some done this weekend, but also get a lot of jobs and bits done this weekend so that it frees up, you know, my few days I'm working next week. I'm sort of hoping to free up those few days by getting some more stuff done this weekend so that I can relax on those evenings. And I can just do the whip and chat and then have nothing to do afterwards, depending on what emails come in. But, you know, best laid plans don't always work, but we'll see. We'll try. Jess says, I know what you mean about the mental voices we apply to the books we read. Yeah, they don't always make sense either, though, do they? She said she had the hardest time adjusting to Davina Porter doing the Outlander series, but she can't imagine anyone else doing the voices. She's just finished reading Outlander book 9 and loved it. She said she will reread it via Audible soon. She said, have you had a chance to read it? No, I haven't had a chance to read that one because I'm on this series. I can very much be, you know, I mean, my youngest daughter, she amazes me sometimes. She can actually have about 4 different books on the go. And she can flip between reading them. She can flip between reading the 4 different books, depending on her mood. And that is just, she doesn't get that off me. She gets the reading aspect and enjoying reading from me. But she does not get the multiple books on the go. I cannot fathom that at all. I am a 1 book kind of person. So I tend to read the 1 book, and often I don't put it down until it's read. It's not the same with Outlander. They're so huge, I have to put them down. I have to put the book down. You've got no choice, otherwise you don't eat, drink or go the loo for about 10 days. But yeah, I'm a 1 book kind of person, and quite often because I've decided to reread this series, I doubt I will read Outlander or listen to Outlander until I've finished and got up to date with the J.D. Robb series. So I reckon it'll be a while. What I might do then is I may go back to the beginning, because it's been quite a few years since I've read them, because of course they take about 4 or 5 years for her to write each book. So I might see if they're available on Audible and potentially listen to the series from the beginning. We'll have to see how it works with listening, because I would speed read all the gory bits, so maybe. Jess says there's quite a cliff at the end, but we have to deal. Ooh. She says fingers crossed she won't keep us waiting too long for the next book. She says she's pretty sure it'll be the last one. Well, I reckon it'll be about another 4 years or so before she gives us the next one. It takes her 4 or 5 years to write them. She says she's loving the Advent. She's loving the Advent so far. She says the Zesty Wolf is turning out beautifully. And then she said regarding the mystery paintings at Diamond Art Club, she cheated and looked up the artists and figured out the pictures from the unboxings on YouTube. And then she purchased the holiday one. She said it's a big one, so she'll probably complete it after next summer so that it's ready for the holidays 2022. She said the Friends one, this was the one that came out last weekend, she said was tempting, but she thinks she'll pass. Diamond Art Club, she says, got enough of my money this year. Tom and Jerry aren't her favourite either, so she should be able to resist the new releases. Yeah, I think they're about to, I think today actually, as this one, I'm actually filming this on the right day, but I'm pretty sure UK time, I think it ends up being about 5 PM that the new releases come out. So the new releases are due to come out this Saturday. Of course, you've got early release for Diamond members and all that sort of jazz. But I think it's Harry Potter again this weekend, and then that's it this side of Christmas. Which is not a surprise, because their release days are Saturday, so they're not going to release on Christmas Day. Though I'm sure people would buy if they did release on Christmas Day, but I think Diamond Art Club enjoy a break as much as anybody else. They're entitled. They should have one and have a little bit of rest before the next lot come out. Susan said she really enjoyed watching today. That was the 10th. She said it was really cool. Hang on, sorry. I'm half reading, half grabbing my next colour. With the symmetrical sides coming together. She said that makes her brain happy. She said, thank you so much for sharing. Well, we've got the other side of this one coming together now. The other side is already done. Each day now, it's just going to come together more and more, isn't it? It's just going to be more and more nearly finished. I don't know if I'm happy or sad. Kathy says she started saying done and dusted. She loves that saying. Yes, done and dusted. It's a good phrase. It's a good phrase to adopt. At least you're not picking up the bad ones. She says she's playing catch up. So she's just finished day 5. So she's watching and she was posting on the same day that day 10 went up. And she was currently working on section 5. But you'll get there. If not, get there after Christmas. It's all good. Lady Dax said she got square green crystals in her advent today. She said she had a bit of a day this morning. She's been rearranging her stash. Ooch, that's always something that you think will be quick but never is. She said now it's all in one section of my wall-to-wall wardrobes in her bedroom. So she hangs them in a wardrobe or puts the boxes in there, I'm guessing. She said she did have the drills in the lounge and the canvases in the bedroom, but she's now got them all together. Well, that's definitely easier when you're going to pick one up. She says she'll pop a pic on the group later. I think I might have missed that. I think I'm going to have to go hunting for that. I like to see pictures of people's stash all organised. Tammy said there are 56 in the in-depth book series. Oh, thank you. I knew it was 50 plus. I just never looked at the exact. I think I'm on the 30s or the 40s now, in that sort of number. But I am reading the little novellas as well, so the little shorter stories that go with. She says, no, Rourke and Eve do not have a baby. No, I think Nora Roberts has stated that they are nowhere near having babies yet. She says she loves the series, and every time she gets the new one, she has to start at the beginning and reread them all again. You'd be constantly reading them then, wouldn't you? Because she brings these books out about every 3-4 months. She gets to bring out a new one. So I can imagine that's quite a cycle. I've got, I say, at least one, I think the September book I haven't read, that new one, because I started the series again and I want to get to the point where it fits in. But I think there's another one due out in February. So maybe by the time I get near the end of the series, the February one will be due as well. And I can read the 2 and be all caught up. And then I might move to Outlander. Nancy says she loves The Wolf. She's also listening to last year's Advent, she said, and it's fun. She's listened while she works. There is a few people that are watching like last year's Advent, and some of the June waffle is also being watched. There are a couple of people, because of course YouTube does give me analytics and all that sort of stuff, but I try not to look or to fret over them too much. I have the occasional look, as to what type of videos are the most popular, but I try not to make a big thing of it, because I know, those that comment and those that watch a lot enjoy the varied content. And that's what matters to me the most. But I have got a couple of avid watchers that put like a certain set of emojis on videos that they're watching, just to let me know that they are watching them. and I think that's really sweet. And I can see, you know, some people are moving through a playlist. I can tell they're enjoying a certain playlist on whatever their favourite type is, whether it be preparation or not. I know somebody is currently going through June Waffles. They're going through that series of whip and chats. I'm guessing while they're working on their own Advent and things. And yeah, it's interesting and it's nice that, you know, while they may have been done in June or even December last year, they are still keeping people company. Abstract Elf says, yes, she says this pattern is as beautiful as she remembered it. She said looking at it gives her the whole Christmas mood. She says she doesn't like backstitching, to be honest. Yeah, so this is in relation to my cross stitch. I haven't yet backstitched it. She said, but she keeps messing them up. She said she can't imagine doing it with 12 different colours. She said that would be an apocalyptic. No, I've fudged that word. My brain is not commuting today. Apologise. Do apologise. She said that is an event for her. She's currently doing a Christmas pattern as well. But there is no way she can finish it before Christmas. I think that's what I ended up with this one. It was like there's no way I could finish it before Christmas. So I didn't push myself to do the back stitch, and I've still not done it. I need to write it on a to-do list maybe. Maybe that'll make it happen. She's on page 3 out of 9, and cross stitch definitely does take more time. She says, and she does focus more on her diamond painting. She says she hopes I have the free time to finish my picture, and if not, there's always next year. Yeah, I might try, you know, and do a little bit of it in my sort of time off, maybe even between Christmas and New Year. But if I'm being realistic, I don't think it's going to happen for this year. I think maybe I do need to make myself, you know, a to-do list of things that I know need doing, but are not a now thing. They're a sometime in the future thing, and maybe try and give myself a mission of maybe like one thing a month or something, you know, that's one of those tasks that doesn't really need doing, but you'd like it doing. Maybe I need to give myself, you know, a mission to do one of each of them per month of 2022 so that it gets those things done. Maybe I'll mull that round in my head. That might work. It's a way of getting some of those things done that I want to get done but don't always find the time. Maybe I could prioritise it if I give myself a whole month to get it done, or at least get it started. Denise said, eek, yay, a dark purple. She says she's finished her section early and let it sit for the 10th. She said, just in case there's a quick square and I can't keep up soon. She says she has to keep her eyes open for that one. And then she edited to add, she said, how could I forget the most important part? Thank you. We do listen to you, Denise. So this is in relation to me advising that we have found a dark purple filament to do some trays. I've since actually found a navy that will work as well, Denise. I think I did mention it in a video recently. I have since found a dark navy, which is also something that's been asked for. So I'll always keep my eye out to keep hold of those things that have been asked for. And yeah, maybe 2022 will be the year we can get through all those requests. Who knows? At least we'll have the full year. Trays haven't been out a year yet. Helen said, your cross stitch looks absolutely stunning as it is. It looks good as it is, but if you've seen the pattern or the finished image on the chart I got on Etsy, you would see that once the back stitch is on, it looks even better. it definitely looks even better. Tina says, enjoying every day. She says, thank you so much. And she's been using her last glue dots for 2 months now. She said she put 2 in her pen and she would never go back to wax. Yeah, I don't know who came up with the glue dot idea in the first place. I really don't, but they were an absolute genius. Nellie says, hello Rebecca. She said that she had a spot in her painting that was had no stick on it. Sorry, that saved. So yeah, Nellie said she had a section on her diamond painting that had no stick. To fix it, her carer put some double-sided tape on it and it did work. Perfect. She says, I love your videos and I've taught her a lot. So keep it up, please. I'll do my best. Nellie said she stopped using glue dots for now as she did have trouble using them. She uses the erasing pits with them, but they still come out. She says, we'll try again. If you are a diamond painter that presses quite hard on the diamonds, glue dots can be a little bit harder, because when you push down really hard on the diamond, the glue dot will sort of move and you may end up with a more sticky part on it, which in turn sticks to the diamond and doesn't want to move. So maybe try glue dots with a bit of a lighter touch. If you can't, just because, you know, the way you are, because everybody's different, then maybe it will be that wax is better for you for that reason. But if you can make them work, they're a time saver. Just because I'm not forever filling my wax. Teresa says, what are the white squares on the top of your painting called? So the white squares are cover sheets. And they are sort of like a release paper. Some people call them a release paper. I call them cover sheets. That's what they're named in our shop. Cover paper. And they are basically, they have a wax coating on both sides, so you can put them up either way, and they don't stick to your painting, but they allow your painting to be covered so that you can't see the symbols underneath, which for me is not necessarily about hiding the picture as such. It's not about not being able to see the image. It's about not being able to see the symbols, because if I can see the symbols, I start wanting to fill in some more and I end up chasing symbols all over my diamond painting, and my organised brain doesn't like that. All Things Crafty by Kaz, she says she's definitely put the wrong colour on the wrong colour, but she's left it as it is because it's normally only 1 or 2 drills. And Alice says Mary Higgins Clark is a go-to for her with reading. She manages to captivate me and I kind of feel like I'm there watching it from the sidelines. Yes, I have read most of Mary Higgins Clark's books. It's not a series, so there's not a particular order for it to go in each individual books. I like the twist she has in her books, and she often she writes from the viewpoint of each character, so you actually find that you flip in between each character's viewpoint. It's really, really interesting reading. Her books are amazing. It is very easy for me now I don't have the physical books to completely forget which ones of hers I've read and which ones I've not. Maybe she would be, she's quite, she's not a heavy, like, you know, mind thinking writer. I don't know what it's more of an easy reading, but it's still a mystery and it's still very, very well written. maybe I need to put her in my next Audible list once I've done JD Robb, because at least then I'll know whether I've read it or not before, by it being in Audible, and I'll just re-listen to some of them because it has been years. But yeah, thank you for that, Alice. That's a really good one that I have loved in the past. Harlan Coben is also one I've liked in the past. So maybe now I'm on this Audible journey and enjoying listening while diamond painting, maybe I'll start bringing some of those authors in and just building up my Audible library, because one credit's never enough for me. I always end up buying an extra 3. It's the way it goes. Okay, that is section 18 done for today. Section 19 tomorrow. Oh, we get an I tomorrow. So we get an I for day 19, and then we get to start filling in sort of this little bit more of a pop of the wolf painting. I'm probably going to leave that one on there actually. I might just leave that clipped where it is, and maybe that will work for section 19. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Breanne and your boys, oh, thank you so much for these pens. That, see, look, it's just got some of the colours of it in. It's just absolutely adorable. And I've got 2 more to use before I even think about sharing. So yeah, thank you so much for that, and for all the gifts and the presents. And I keep smelling those dryer sheets in this craft room. It's very nice, very nice. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all again tomorrow.